Hey Necromancers, what's going on? My name's Loganwaldo, and today I got a review for you of this new Joe album, The Crux. We're talking the Joe Keery, musical artist, multi-instrumentalist, actor of Stranger Things acclaim. Yeah, he's back with his third studio album since his 2019 debut. And with that third album, The Crux here, we could see Joe in sort of a stubborn commitment to the maturation of his sound. Some of the colorful nature of his past projects is a lot less immediately apparent on this one. Past aesthetics like the 80s grooves and brooding synthesizers of 2022's Decide, or even the hypnagogic baroqueness of 2019's 2020, they're not necessarily gone, but they're certainly a path less traveled this go around. There are a handful of tracks that'll comfort past fans with a familiar, something cold wavy or pastiche, only to snap them out of it immediately with a McCartney-esque jaunty ballad. And it's the new direction of this indie acoustic approach that makes it very clear that this is the spread your wings record for Joe, so to speak. You can imagine Joe having the expectation of morphing into a do-it-all rock star frontman of yesteryear, and in the process usurping some of a reliance on past nostalgia-laden sound fonts in the process. Think sort of a smaller scale version of a Harry Styles rebrand post One Direction, where you have all this glam and pageantry, and then you need to correlate that image to an equally capable pen game in terms of songwriting. And ultimately, I think some of the transitory constitution of what Joe is going through, it's present here. It is in the track list. We do see an increased quality in those deep cuts, but I think it's afforded at the cost of the grandiosity of those big hit singles. I think track 4, Potion, is a great example of this. It's a bit of a stomp along that really understands the line between catchy and kitschy, and the more subsequent listens you get it, the more you get nudged into the camp of a former, but it could start off as a little annoying before you learn to love it. Charlie's Garden also impresses as a deep cut with a Cardigans-esque eccentricity. Being able to stitch together a bunch of disparate elements into one coherent track like this seems like a real undertaking. And on that notion, another highlight has to be Egg, which really sticks out as a noticeable improvement to Joe's songwriting. All of these tracks contribute to what is certainly an entertaining listen and undoubtedly a sign of artistic growth for Joe, but my one gripe is I really like the aesthetic direction that his previous albums had gone to. Like, that debut record has such an alluring, off-kilter waltziness to it. It's a feeling I hadn't felt since the heyday of Mild High Club. And then the follow-up record took that 2020s disco revival movement and spun it in this very tastefully done, incredibly interesting new wave tinged direction. And yes, this record, The Crux, is solid the whole way through. It's an interesting listen, but it's just not as captivating as those other two are. Like, there's no temple Shangri-La, there's no end of beginning, there's no truly wow moment on this thing that's gonna blow you away. It's a good listen, but it's not gonna exceed expectations like that. And while I can respect the patience of this record for taking those past styles and cushioning them in this warm acoustic sound, I can't help but deny that the tangents into past aesthetics are truly the real highlights for this record for me. And overall, while I can see this as a very personal record and one that's going to be important in telling the story of Joe's discography of who he was and where he's going as an artist, there are some growing pains here, and I can't be helped but left with the question of what's it going to look like, and is he able to stick the landing on the other side of his transformation process? And with that, I feel like I've landed somewhere from a decent to strong 7 on this album. Feel free to subscribe and let me know your take in the comments below, as well as any other suggestions of reviews you'd like to see. And that's all I've got for you today, so take it easy and thanks for watching.